Fourth Amendment. You have a right to travel. I've been calling on that car for 6 months, but every time we call the city, instead of actually doing their job and going to that car over there, they just come harass us. But now they're finally going to walk their lazy asses over there on the car it's been called on. These are Tyrant revenue collectors. Look how they break the law. They could have parked right there. They could have parked right there. But no. Definitely not 15 feet from the stop sign. Tyrant revenue collectors. I told him to tag him.
What?
I told him just to tag him. Or like, our supervisor's on the way. They actually went down there and did their job on that car. I've called on that car I don't know how many times. And all they do is come over here and harass us. Yeah.
Yeah, we just ran it and everything's good on it.
No, it's not. It's parked closer than 15 feet to a stop sign. That's illegal.
Okay, we'll slide it for that.
You don't need this right now.
And it hasn't been moved in over 6 months. That means you need to red tag it.
Go inside. You can't do shit. There's a reason you guys aren't real cops.
No, it's underage. That's what usually PSA is.
Oh. And so what's the
So
reason?
these tyrants will come and harass us because in America you have no freedoms and you have no rights. You have a right to be secure in your home and be a traveler. But
What's wrong with my van that she doesn't need to tag it? What's wrong with our vehicle?
what law is that? Can you recite the law? And is that illegal? To be a rightful traveler in the U.S., you have the right to be unmolested and move freely. Yeah, because you don't know. Now, see this? This has been here for 6 months. Hasn't moved. 6 months. See how close that is? That's illegal. You have to be 25 feet back from a stop sign. Or at least, if it's us, you have to be 20 feet from a stop sign. Even when we have legit plates on our vehicles, these terrorist revenue collectors will still ticket them. And I have videos when we have legit plates on our cars, and these terrorists still come by and try to extort money out of us. Revenue collectors, careful. What's going on? Well, it's because we won't give up our land in the South Valley They send these people to harass us at our house, but we do have a lawyer now.
But we also have a site. I can show you the site that we have where you
They
can't
don't
park
care.
but you can't park on the road without a license plate.
And that trumps the U.S. Constitution?
It's our site, so.
Well,
Does that, so you can't pass a law?
Here, I'll go get my site book for you and I'll show you the ordinance.
Okay. That's what I want to see is that. Hi, Xavier. Hi, Austin. No, they don't have anything else better to do. They could be going on Central and actually clearing the people who are vandalizing and ruining businesses.
The numbers for it, so you can look it up?
Yeah.
Okay. The city ordinance is going to be 8-5-1-19.
Okay.
That's parking without a license plate and tags expired.
I'll take my tag off.
And-
We have a right to drive around without a tag, you know.
Are you
Look up the constitutional rights.
Are you a sovereign citizen? By
It's not called a sovereign citizen. What you guys have a definition of a sovereign citizen is somebody who thinks they are above the law. That's you guys.
Okay.
You guys think you're above the law. You guys speed. One of you guys almost hit us on the freeway. I have it on camera and I complained about that. That's probably why you guys are over here harassing us.
Okay. Well, I have no knowledge about that complaint, nor someone almost hitting you on the freeway.
Yeah.
It's just
He was speeding too.
Okay.
We're waiting for
Sorry,
insurance and
I have Bell's palsy, so I don't have actually of this, so it sounds like I...
Worse.
No, that's completely okay.
We do have a lawyer, so we'll just get a hold of him.
Yeah, we finally attained them. I know the reason why you're harassing us is because we're fighting all the commissioners in Bernalillo County and Pajarito.
Okay. Alrighty. Are you
This is the first place you guys always want to come. Yeah.
I think this is
Why don't you go somewhere else
the
besides
first
my
time
house?
I actually have.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen you two.
Yeah. So.
But usually there's
This is always
this
the first stop.
this hag that comes over here because there was a car parked in the road, literally in the road. And she comes out here because I called and complained on that. Do you think she cited it like you guys would with us? No, she went and knocked on all the houses over there, begging them to park it right, and then came over here and ticketed all of our cars. And I have that on video where she had legit plates. This had legit plates and that had legit plates on it.
Okay.
And I was like, if we're going to be cited for having legit plates, we might as well take them off and give you guys a reason so we can fight you in court.
What was that one about traveling without plates?
To be unmolested, you can travel anywhere in the U.S. without getting Nazi paperwork as an American citizen. You only need plates on your cars if you're in commerce with the state.
Alrighty.
But that's fine. You can tag them.
Oh yeah, we will, and then we'll be back in 7
That's okay.
days.
That just gives us more time to
Unless they've been
more
moved.
stuff to.
So if this van ends up over there and that one ends up over there, you have to retag them. You can't tell them if they're not in the same spot.
And then we'll continue citing them for.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And that'll, don't worry, by then we'll be seeing you guys in court for harassment.
Yep.
Okay.
Because we finally found a lawyer after calling hundreds. We finally got one.
That just gives us more ammunition. Fine. Eat your heart out.
You're fine. You guys can tag the cars. I'm just going to record every bit of it and document it. Thank you, comrades.
Really, Nazis.
Yeah, comrades. Hey, share my link on Facebook. Who's on here still? I have no idea who's on here. I've been inspired by James Freeman and Direct D and share my link on Facebook.
I don't know what your link you're talking about. Oh.
bitch. They are harassing us live right now. Please watch. Call her back so she quits calling me. Hi, everybody. Yeah, they don't have anything better to do. They're not allowed to harass the junkies. Tim Keller protects them. If you vandalize a business, oh, you're good. If you're a business owner, they'll come harass you. What's up, Mr. Roadrunner? Hi, Mr. Roadrunner. I'll be right back. How do I pause this? Yeah, we get harassed by these revenue collectors all the time. Probably because who we voted for. This is a very liberal neighborhood. Very, very liberal. Get the charger on here. I'm gonna be dying really quick. There we go. I'm charging. So as you can see, our sidewalk is not blocked. That's blocking the sidewalk. That tree's blocking the sidewalk. This tree's blocking the sidewalk. Cactus over the sidewalk. All the way down. Same thing on that side. All the way down. Blocking. That motorhome is actually over the sidewalk, but that's okay. So they can actually block the sidewalk. These tree limbs are okay in their yard. But when we had the same tree limbs in our yard, it was illegal. Like I said, it's only illegal for us because we've been here for 5 generations. We have Epstein's Ranch. You think any one of them wanted to investigate Epstein's Ranch? Nope. Wow, look at that bush blocking the sidewalk. That's 12 feet off the sidewalk. Curb. Because it has to be from the curb. It was most likely him that called. He complains about our camper all the time. Everything works on it. Tyrant revenues. No. No, I don't like it. Let's come over here now. You want to bet they don't tag me? Actually, they might actually do something about it.
Hello, sir.
How you doing?
Hi, I'm Sergeant Kevin Hernandez, Albuquerque Police Department. Are these your vehicles, sir?
Yeah, they're all registered here.
You all registered here? Okay. So, for the state of New Mexico, city of Albuquerque, okay, you cannot have your VIN covered, and you have to have a license plate affixed to the vehicle when it's parked on public roadway.
In the U.S. Constitution says you can't you only need a plate if you're in commerce with the state. I'm not in commerce with the state. So if I'm not delivering food or people, you can't force me to do business with an entity.
Okay, so the city and state can have further restrictions.
They can, but they can't trump the Constitution.
Yes, but they're all passed.
Yeah, they're passed.
So,
they're fightable. I just told them that too. They're the ones that requested. I told them to tag them all, and then I would just film it and give it to our lawyer. Because I call on this car all the time, and every time I call on that car, the black car that's parked within illegal limits of the stop sign.
Okay, we can check on that too.
And you guys never come out. But every time I call on that car, the car was over there facing the wrong way, the car was facing that wrong way. They never do their jobs on the car they call. They always come straight to us and harass us. I know we're on some kind of list. My mom has a medical edition. It says if she has colostomy bag. So her colostomy bag, she can pull up and park the wrong way. The medical thing trumps it, and it's on with the city saying that. After she cleans herself from her colostomy bag, she can come out and move the car. I walked her in one time and came out with less than a minute. There was already a ticket on the car, and the coward was already gone. I know you guys watched this house just to ticket us, and we finally found a lawyer, and we will be suing now for the harassment. Okay, we have tickets on the car.
You can do that.
I know, because we have tickets on our cars when we had a plate on that van that were still registered in the right time, and some idiot put a red tag on there and said it was abandoned.
So a red tag is a notice that the vehicle could be considered abandoned for numerous reasons, and that's the city code. So
city code with a legit plate,
8-5,
registered plate.
3, that's the abandoned vehicle. So what is classified as abandoned vehicles, which could be
is
no
your
license
opinion
plate on the vehicle. Okay.
Yeah.
It could also be the vehicle has not been moved. Okay.
Like that one for 6 months.
And we could check on that as well. So thank you for bringing that to our attention. So we'll bring that. But for right now, what we got called was for this intersection that there was vehicles obstructing. Not obstructing. Violation of the law of city code and state code. So that's why the police services came and to enforce the city code of parking. Okay. So now when they investigate into the vehicle, they notice that there's no license plate. The VINs are covered. Okay, now that's in violation of the state law. You cannot have your VIN covered when it's in public view on the street. Okay?
Okay.
And that's altered or concealed VINs. So, what we are asking you to do is to uncover the VINs so we could red tag and put a notice that the vehicles will be considered abandoned if they're not moved. Okay? Otherwise, we can go a different route. And I don't want to go that different route. I'd rather you uncover the VINs. That way we can issue the notice and be on our way.
Well, they've issued the notice before the red tags with them, VIN numbers tagged.
Okay. But I'm now investigating the state law of VINs being covered on purpose. Correct?
No.
You didn't cover
Fourth
them on
Amendment.
purpose? Okay, then you can uncover them if it's not on purpose.
Yeah.
That way I can issue a citation.
You can issue a citation. They've done it before.
Okay.
It'll take me a second to get all the keys.
Issue the citation to you.
No, because
You said you're the owner of it, correct?
my mom's owner of that one, and it's a parked car. You have no, reasonable suspicious petition. Was I in the car driving it? No, I
have
wasn't.
probable cause right now.
No,
because you said
probable
you're the
cause.
owner of
I
the
said of the
vehicle,
car, but
and
you could ticket the
vehicle
car.
is in violation of city code, which
Yeah.
is no license plate affixed to the vehicle.
Fourth
Okay.
Amendment.
So, is this vehicle yours?
Yes.
Okay. If they're yours, please don't cover your VIN so we can issue a notice. Otherwise, I can issue citations. Or if you fail to do that,
You can do them. But I will be giving it to all my lawyer.
and you should, because you have the right to do that.
I know.
Thank you. There's the VIN, if you can get that. And then if you could do the other ones as well, please.
Yeah, it'll take me a second to get
Thank
keys.
you. I appreciate it.
All hail, comrades. See? Nazi Germany. You think you have freedoms, you actually have no freedoms. You can call them when somebody breaks into your car and it takes them 3 days to come. 3 days. And then they make up some cockamamie expression why they can't come when somebody shoots out the windows on your car. This one isn't covered. That is covered.
Thank you.
People speed and run a stop sign. You think they'll do anything for that? Nope. Mom, call the attorney on this one before I uncover the dash on it. The lawyer
Yeah.
for the accident.
I gotta go. Okay, bye. Bye.
Stay in here. Are you calling him? Okay. You have your keys?
Now I'm writing down my information for you because I assume you're going to want it. Correct, sir?
Yeah. And I want the call log who called and complained.
Yes, you have the for that?
Oh, I will. I'm recording because you guys never release it though.
That's not. Sorry, I don't have control over that. So that'll be the city and
Oh,
division there.
it got damaged downloading it. That's usually what they say or something like that. These older cars are suck on it sometimes. The way they do the dash mat. No, Tim Keller won't let them harass real criminals.
Here you go, sir. So here's my name, Sergeant Kevin Hernandez, and here's the PSAs that responded, and here's the call log, okay?
Thank you. Yeah,
So
very nice though, at least.
I appreciate you cooperating in the end, sir. I'm happy to have a discussion with you, but just like I have to explain, and I can write down the city ordinances as well if you'd like me to.
Yep.
So 8-5, oops, wrote it down wrong. 8-5-2-3 is our abandoned vehicle city ordinance, okay?
I know, it's just somebody's opinion on what it is.
Abandoned vehicle city. Okay. So if you check that, there's
8-5
5-2
3.
3.
Okay.
That's our abandoned vehicle city ordinance. Okay. So that states, I'm gonna shorten it because it's a very long one. States that if a vehicle is parked on the public roadway without a license plate affixed to it, it could be considered as abandoned. That's why we put the notice on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have this one. It's gotten in an accident that they force us to do business with a company, but the plates have been expired because you guys won't do any law to make the insurance pay on it or even come check on it.
Unfortunately, I don't make the laws. I just only enforce them.
Yeah.
So I wish there could be a change in that, but
You could enforce them. Like when our dictator said on live television when she was going to be a dictator, that violated all your guys' oaths. But not one of you guys went over there to arrest her.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you're referencing.
Michelle Lujan, when she said on live television she was a dictator. That goes against all the state, everything.
Sorry, I must
And
have
your
missed that,
oath.
sir. Sorry, I must have missed that, sir. So,
I know, but
we're talking
you're
about
city,
ordinance.
so you probably can't go after her. That's pretty much state.
So, for that, would you like a complaint form, sir? I could also provide you one of those for the.
Yeah, for these guys, yeah. I don't want to do it on them. I'd rather do it on the lady who usually comes around here. Hernandez, I think is her name.
For what?
I don't know her. I'm sorry.
That girl who usually comes,
Usually harasses.
yeah, when she comes and instead of ticketing other cars that are illegally parked, she knocks on all the doors and begs them to come move the car properly, and then immediately comes over here and starts writing tickets.
Don't know who that is. I'm sorry. They might be with the city parking enforcement.
No, right there, same car as that.
Yep.
Okay.
And every one of our vehicles run. This even runs. We just can't move it.
Yeah.
As you can see, it can't be moved, and we're waiting on insurance. Did you ever get a hold of a lawyer? Because that one I'm not going to uncover until the lawyer says something on it.
Well, I just called them and left them my number. And
Call
they're
them again.
supposed to call. I did.
Okay.
Let me get these ones.
So like I said, for the abandoned vehicle, when the vehicle's inoperable and clearly not functional, we have the right to tow it immediately without even giving notice.
You know what?
So
No, you
I
don't.
don't want to do that. Can you just do the?
Let me get the lawyer.
That way we.
And I still have. I gotta find the key for that one.
You guys
Yep.
are a pain in the
Perfect.
ass.
Thank you.
Know
Let me
that?
go get that complaint from you. Okay. Sir?
Okay. Thank everybody who voted for Tim Keller on that one, Mom. I wonder if they're smart enough to even put the right address. Every Trump supporter. I bet you every registered or Republican they do this to. Here's your keys.
Here you go.
Huh.
Hold on a second. It's lawyers.
Hello? Hello? Yes, this is the Heinz, and we're still waiting for somebody to come over and estimate the Honda Act car that's been totaled in front of our yard since August 20th last year.
This is the law office, not an insurance company. You know that, right?
Yeah, well, you guys are representing us, and nobody come out to look at the car or anything, and now they're over here to cite them.
To what?
The cops are there; they can legally tow the car if it's inoperable, even though we're waiting on insurance to claim on it.
Okay, can you tow it into your driveway then? Because it is a city street, so technically they would have the right to do that.
Well, how come an adjuster hasn't come out or anything for it yet?
Again, they haven't taken full responsibility yet. I mean, we haven't filed a lawsuit.
Oh,
But you're presuming that they're agreeing that their party is at fault. These are insurance companies. They're not agreeing to anything right now, and this is why we may have to file a lawsuit.
okay. Well, I have her on video saying that was her fault.
Did you send that video to us?
I've been trying to upload it. I thought I did. I don't know. Nobody's ever come back to me and let me know if they ever got it or not.
We haven't gotten it. I know for a fact. And so if you can bring it
I
here.
need that key, Mom.
What key?
Oh,
Sorry?
bring it. I'll bring my phone to you guys, and then you can download it that way.
We will try. But right now we don't have that. You said you had it. We've been waiting for it. And so you need to get it here, get that to us so we can have that, present that to the insurance company and see if that has any effect on them to perhaps go out and look at your car.
Okay.
So when can I get you in here?
Let me finish recording them when they're done and everything, and then I'll head over that way.
Okay, thank you much.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Right behind you. He said he's going to try to get somebody to move the Honda today. The lawyer did.
The Honda? Okay.
The wrecked one. He's going to try to call in a tow company now.
Okay. So here's the complaint form, sir. And just so you know, if you have the lawyer on the phone, you have a warrant. I'm not going to arrest you on it. This is the warrant number.
Okay.
And you have a $100 bond.
Okay.
For Bernalillo, it's something about pulling weeds.
And I have the paperwork to show that they canceled that.
Okay.
Is pulling.
You should look into it because
I'm going to have to do it again. I've gone down to the courthouse. A sheriff gave me this, but it was a different number. I don't know why.
Okay.
But they said there's nothing there. The warrant stated that I have to go 5 feet into my neighbor's yard across the street and pull weeds. The
Okay.
judge threw it out.
I don't know anything about that. So that's why I said I'm not going to write it for you, but I'll give you the warrant number. That way you could look into it with your attorney.
What's the top one?
Sorry, warrant number.
Okay.
My bad. That's
Okay.
my abbreviation for it.
Okay.
I apologize.
Oh.
So for just for that, you say your lawyer's going to get it moved?
Yeah.
Okay, we're still going to place a tag on it.
Okay.
Okay. You can just still provide the VIN. That way we can put a tag on it. That way.
I'm trying to get.
We'll give you some time.
We gave them the key, so he's going to see if they can
Okay.
find it, and because they were supposed to come tow it already.
Okay. Then we'll put notes on it. Just know that if the VIN's not uncovered, when you get the key, uncover it. If it doesn't get towed right away, otherwise we're going to have to do this whole big investigation. I would like not to do
Okay.
that to you, Mr. Hines. Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool?
Yep.
All right. I appreciate it, Mr. Hines.
And let me I got one
got
more
the other
key
ones?
I got to find for the other one.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, sir.
What do I do with the keys? Thank God we live in a communist country. What's up, buddy? Hi. I don't know if any of you guys are still on here. And I have the paperwork to show. I canceled that warrant. They don't know. They always leave an open warrant on anybody who establishes dominance against them. You're dismissed.
Thank you, Mr. Hines.
You're welcome.
Do you have any questions for me, sir?
No.
Okay. So what the police services are going to do, they're going to issue the tags and the notices, okay? And then I suggest you look into that, the city ordinance.
Yeah.
And then get this one moved because this one's inoperable.
It's been a hassle.
I understand, especially dealing with insurance. I know like they
Yep.
pull their
Heads
pull
out
it
of there.
along and
Oh yeah.
make you do the runaround until it's their time to fix it. So unfortunately, we have to enforce it, and then I'll have the police service aides also check on the vehicles here that you told me about.
It's sad though. Every time we call, I'm the one who calls on that vehicle. You guys have never responded on it. No matter where I call, anywhere in this neighborhood for a vehicle, or the next street down where the trailer's wrong way,
Got it.
which is illegal because you guys have cited us when we have a trailer parked
it
the
is.
right way. And if you walk right down here, you'll be able to see the trailer. But you guys never ever do it. It's just us. You only harass us.
Hey, do you call from your phone number, sir?
Yep.
Do you want me to look into those phone calls and see what happened with those outcome?
Yeah.
Okay.
I called you guys on my house where the neighbor shot 3 windows out of my cars. It's been 3 days. I'm still waiting for you guys to show up over there. And I have video footage. Tennessee.
Tennessee and what?
Tennessee and Central. There's the...
This trailer right on there? Okay. Yeah. I got my police service to check on that.
And if you go that way on the street, you'll see another one. And the next street over, there's another one. They're usually parked the wrong way.
And
I'll usually have these people, unmounted, sitting the wrong way.
yeah, that's a
Which
violation of the city ordinance.
we have I'll have the trailer on my vehicle, and you guys will try to ticket me, and it's plated because you claim it's too big. But it's not too big. It fits in the violation. And when I point that out to them, it's not illegal to have a vehicle, a trailer unattached from.
It is.
Yeah, that's what these guys say.
I could adjust them to the city ordinance. They might not be aware of it
Because
we can only
they
enforce
always.
the laws that we know, correct?
Yep.
So I will inform them of the city ordinance.
And usually it's opinions and feelings you guys enforce. It's very rarely you
Don't
guys
really try
enforce
to.
laws.
We try to do our laws. So let me let them know, and I'll give them that city ordinance, and I'll have them also look into those vehicles that you called out. Okay?
Because me being arrested 3 times for being a black man is all about feelings. I've been arrested 3 times and gone to jail for being a black man. You don't know what to say to that, huh? Even the people who was booking me didn't know what to say to that. They're like, this isn't the right guy.
You know, we could put them up on our lawn, and then the Nazis can't do anything about it.
Right? It's him. I guarantee it. He was asking me when we were going to move him.
Really?
Yeah, Matthew?
Yeah.
Yep. Because he's trying to rent his place.
You're looking out the window, Matthew. This one's for you.
Can we Google that?
Right?
Well, that... I don't think it'll be on the Google. The what? All right. Huh? I told him they had the key. The lawyer did. They take keys, and then they never come pick up the cars. Yeah. Oh yeah, no matter who calls or what calls. Because when I call on illegally parked cars,
Confront that fucktard. I'm game.
no, I'll text them and I'll tell them thank you for reporting again. Is that on Google?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Is this on Google? Because sometimes when you put stuff like that, Google doesn't. Should I or go to a library? Yeah.
So if you just type in 8-5-3 Albuquerque City Ordinance, it should pull up. I think it's called CABQ.legal publishing, which
Okay.
is the city ordinances, and it should be a table of contents and then
Click
the
on that
description
one?
on that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Because Google doesn't always give you the
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I believe it's called legal publishing.
It'll have Albuquerque in it too,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
But make sure you type in city of Albuquerque, otherwise it'll just do the math problem. But 8 minus 5.
That's all I'm asking. I'm like, Google, dude, it used
Yeah.
to be good, but now Google doesn't give you like,
All it does is give you AI stuff, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Does that
Yep.
give me some tools? I'm gonna take my license plate off.
I
Right
thought you
now.
did already.
Nope. I'm gonna take it off right now.
Okay.
I can drive without it.
No, you can't.
Oh, yes, I can.
And the federal laws. Yeah, you're gonna get pulled over, ma'am.
Yeah, I
Right
would-
now.
No, not now.
Yeah, just wait till we get the lawyer signed up.
Yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't run. I'm not saying it doesn't run. It just says that you have to have the license plate on it.
That's fine, but
Yeah.
they all run.
And it's just like how you said, like our city laws are stricter than the federal because it could be stricter for violations that don't infringe on the Constitution. Now that's what they fight when people want to contest the courts and say that this law is unconstitutional. That's when they get involved, and the New Mexico Supreme Court would say, "Yeah, this law is unconstitutional. Erase it from your books."
Yep. That's what they
Unfortunately,
find.
It's not until it gets to that point.
Well, New Mexico is
Right
so
now, it's
corrupt,
stricter.
you
It's
can't
just like
find
how
lawyers.
Our federal guidelines for USA, just an example of use of force.
Yeah.
Our federal guidelines, but our city and our police policies are stricter, and that's just for the safety and for everybody involved for the city of Albuquerque.
You know
So
what
yes, they strict it, but it's for the better.
You know what they need to get on the close? Because you have a lot of tyrant cops that will, I'm not going to do it to you, but they'll walk up to people like this and
Yep.
chest bunt them. That should be. I should be able to wrist my arm and go like that. If I make contact, that means you're too close to me. You should do that on like however you do it for like a proper distance. Like if you raise your arm and you can touch me, I'm too close to you. That's
like that's old school. What's it
They're
called?
like 6 feet.
It's not even 6
That's what we
feet.
grew up with. What elementary? We're like, hey, arms distance away.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Why don't they ever put that into the thing? Because you watch these videos where they try to get it 20 feet, 30 feet. Oh, you have to step back. Well, the only people who don't want to be filmed are tyrants and criminals.
We've had to deal with the Bernalillo County sheriffs and all.
And the county commissioners.
Out there and the commissioners, so we
So
have
that's why we're
very
suing.
attitude.
Oh, okay.
And every time we leave a commissioner meeting, we usually have tickets on all the cars. Every time.
Every time.
Interesting.
So yeah, come on.
Yeah,
man,
so
call
that
you
you
guys.
should get a lawyer involved. Especially with
But
all
like I
this
said, New Mexico is so corrupt, lawyers only don't want to do it. They will not take on the city. They're scared to take on, they'll take on you cops, but they won't take on the city.
stuff. Okay,
They'll take
I've
on bus
had
drivers.
numerous instances of lawyers wanting to sue the city.
Yeah.
So, to be honest, it might just because you might not have a case for that lawyer.
No, every lawyer told
that
I've
lawyer-
called 100 of them that say we have a great case against Bernalillo County, but out of fear of retaliation, they won't take the case. That's what the lawyer says against the 5 commissioners on the Bernalillo County. And then they say, if you don't think New Mexico is corrupt, we have an Epstein's Ranch that never got investigated until after they removed.
That.
Yeah. Well,
We
your
don't
city.
even go around there.
Yeah, your city.
Yeah.
And then when people fly drones out there, who protects them? The state cops. CYFD loses 86% of the children in their care. When people make reports of that, does anybody go investigate it? No.
Fortunately,
Nobody.
way after the fact, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Fortunately,
But still,
that's
nobody looks into it.
awful.
You guys say you can't do it, even though it's in the city. And the state cops only want to harass the people looking into the 86% of children missing. But you guys will happily put more children in their care.
Unfortunately, our laws state that if we find an unsafe place for them, then we have to. And that,
Yeah, but all the
that's laws.
unsafe ones usually end up getting killed in the park because the cops didn't do their jobs.
So those unsafe ones, those are different actions.
Yeah.
We're talking about. I'm talking about child abuse.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. They had it all over the news. The cops came in and investigated. The kid had bruises on his face, and you could see that by the lapel camera. But the cops never took the kid aside and then the parents killed him and put him under the slide
Well, I don't
at the
know.
park.
Sorry, I don't.
God, what was that, like 10 years ago now, I think?
Oh yeah, 10 years ago.
Yeah. But again, CYFD, yeah, most corrupt child traffickers in the world and in the U.S.
I'm sorry you
And
believe
it's
that,
not
sir.
just this state; it's every state. They lose children in their care.
I'm sorry you believe that, sir, but the
That's-
CYFD workers that I worked with and that I've got to take calls with, they have been doing their best. So I'm sorry that you feel that way about those CYFD in general, but for the ones that I've met, they want to help the children. And they do.
Some of them do, but that's probably a few percent, or who knows. But like everything has a bad apple.
Yeah, I'll agree there. Yeah. Everywhere has a bad apple.
Yep. No matter where you go, everybody has a bad apple.
Do you have any questions for me before I leave?
No, you answered a bunch. I'll try to look up on these.
Yeah, go ahead and look up on those.
Wait, did you? Oh yeah, that's
Those
their
are
numbers.
all our names, as well as mine on the top. The call incident number that the police services responded to.
Is this one?
Yes. So that's P for police, and then 260-840-766. If you need me to rewrite that, or sometimes my handwriting's bad.
No, your handwriting is identical to mine. But but how do I have to go to the APD building, or where do I go to get this cop?
To get that copy.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for our videos and the CAD
No, I'm looking.
information,
I'm
you'll
looking
have
for
to
that
go-
one.
Yes. So
Well-
you have to go down the city. To
To
the
see-
main police station. Yes.
Okay.
I would suggest calling ahead, see if they can get it ready for you. That way you don't waste too much time. Sometimes they do allow that.
Okay.
So I would say, yeah, if it's super short, super easy, they're more likely to be like, okay, yeah, let me get this ready and I can call you back when it's ready. Just come on, so I pick it up.
Do you have their phone number?
I believe it's 768.
Is that the one right there on Gerard and?
No, you need to call our records.
That's the
I
one on
actually don't know it off the
Second
top of my
Street.
head. The Fourth Roma.
Yeah.
Fourth and
Oh,
Roma
Fourth
one.
and Roma.
Let me get the phone number.
I thought records was way down. Oh no, is that burnt? No, that's.
Second Montano is another Valley substation. They do some records. It's mostly traffic accidents.
Okay.
And same with the one down here off of Knob Hill.
Okay.
Those mostly do traffic accident reports. This one for the CADs, you're gonna have to go down to our records department.
Okay.
Let me get the phone number for you, okay?
Cool. And then I'll call them and ask them to make sure I'm going to the right place. Thank you. I'm new on here, but I can't say hi back to people. Can't wait till we can move and get out of this demon state.
Let me write down that paper. I'm not giving you 5 different papers here, okay? Otherwise, you're never going to be able to find the information.
All right. You can write on the hood. There's just a lot of pollen all over it.
So 768-2020
2020.
is our records. Now, if it needs to go to an IPRA, so for the video recordings, or if you will like the call, whatever they called it into, whether they called it in 311 or 242 cops,
Yeah.
and want that, you have to IPRA it, and they'll forward you to the city clerk's office. I don't have that number.
Okay. But they can give it to me, right?
Yes, they could give it to you. I'm also going to give you another city ordinance to look at, 8-5-2-4. It's the next one down, and it's immediate relocation of vehicles that are parked on public property. Okay.
Yep.
And that's what I'm talking about with the automatic inoperable vehicle that we could tow immediately.
Yeah.
But I like to not do that to you and like to work with you, okay?
Okay. Well, in terms to do their jobs, I like how they make unconstitutional laws to force us to do business, but nobody regulates them to do their side of their law.
Unfortunately, you have to go
It's
to
all
the
one-sided.
legislators for that. Okay?
Right?
Do you have any questions for me before I leave, sir?
No, that's it.
Okay, and then these police services are going to go check on the other vehicles that you called out to us, and I'm going to have them check on this, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Hines.
So they actually are going to cite that one for being parked?
Too close to stop sign? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because the last 3 times that they've been out, they have not cited it.
Yeah, and then I'm going to...
Because they claimed nobody called it in. Well, if you see it's violating the law, then you guys should have...
We do try to enforce them when we do come across them. Unfortunately, sometimes calls stack up more, and we have to go handle the calls first.
Well, it's right here.
The proactivity. And exactly.
A ticket takes seconds.
And that's why I'm going to have them send right away.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Hines.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Now look. What about parking on the corner? That house does that all the time. Yep. All the time they do that. But then they'll usually cite us for 3 feet off the curb. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You notice I didn't tell them to have a nice day? Because I know what that code means. But I will tell them. You know why they never get ticketed? Because they work for the city. They work for the city. That's why they never get ticketed. Dun, 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 dun. This tree is pollinating on me. Ooh, Tyrant. That's a license plate enforcer. Revenue collectors. That's all it's about. Collecting revenues for the state. WP 58. Xavier.
Felt like forever. And then I finally brought the curtain. I looked at it, like, I don't get it. It says hi, and it has a little hand there. But when I tap the hand, report, remove, add as administrator, put user in timeout, hide user channel. Where's the hi button? I want to say hi to you guys. I like how they always contradict themselves. We're cowards. We're gonna do both of them. Double whammies. At least I actually had a brain cell. And they actually put the right address, yep. Vandalizing our vehicles. At least they got the right address. This is what they usually do.
Alrighty, sir. Looks like we're all done here. So we'll go check on those vehicles for you, okay?
And the trailer all the way down?
Yes, we're gonna go check
The
all
two
those.
trailers?
Yeah, we'll go check those for you.
All right.
Yeah, you have a good rest.
If they have tickets on them, I won't file a complaint. But if they don't have tickets, I'll file the complaint.
Okay, yeah, we'll check on them next year.
All right. See if they actually did it.
I cited that vehicle in the corner for parking too close to the stop sign, okay?
Okay.
And then we're going to make we have another PSA that just went down there not too long ago, so I think he's going to go drive around and see what else you get.
Yeah, but you guys never tag them, even though I report them all the time. You guys have never tagged them.
That's like their warning. So when we come back over here, then we're able to tag it. We see that it hasn't moved or anything.
Yeah. Well, that's a lie because you guys do different with us.
Alrighty, sir.
Thank you. I like how it's one-sided. They can tag us right away, but they give them warnings. See how that works? Let's see if they actually tagged it or if he's lying. Are we gonna bet on how they're not gonna go ticket those trailers, anybody? I just realized they're such liars. That one has a plate on it. So the lying pig lied about the plate. I'm out.